Race 6 on Caulfield Cup Day, the Group 2 Herald Sun Sprint, over 1,000 since 2015. Horse 1, Rey Magnerio, was the runner-up to Estriella in this contest 12 months ago. Since then, he's won a Rubiton. We see him for the first time since the Discovery on Good Friday.
And what he did first up last preparation was run a huge last 600 to win over 1,100 metres at Caulfield. He beat home Arabian Summer in an Oakley plate. He's got an excellent Caulfield record, but his best form is at 1,100 plus. That's my little query for him at the 1,000 on good ground.
Actually pleasantly surprised by Ray today. Looks better than what I thought he would. He's moving great. Looks like he's done plenty of work for his first up assignment.
With enough moisture in this track, we finally see the 2 Nadal for the first time this spring.
Yeah, he's got an excellent record at sprint distances on dry ground since he's been gelded last preparation. He's jumped out well enough. He gets Mark Zara. I guess the little query for him is a similar one for Rey Magnerio. He's got the talent, he's got the big finish, but is he sharp enough at 1,000 or will he be spotting him too much of a start?
He looks excellent. His coat's beautiful. I think that he's done a lot of work for this. I would imagine he's still going to strip a little bit fitter after today, but it's a really good parade.
Third up run for the 3 Arabian Summer, who backs up from last Saturday's Group 2 Scalacci.
And she was unlucky not to finish closer there last Saturday in the Scalacci. I think she might have run second had she enjoyed clear galloping room when she needs it. This race has got less depth. She's arguably even better suited to 1,000 metres. She's tactically versatile. And unlike the 2 horses ahead of her, she's race fit. And unlike those below her, she's probably got a bit of a class edge. So a lot to like about her.
I do feel like she's come on with her most recent run too. Her coat's finally shifted all the way through and she's dappled up. It's a great parade.
For Sharippa is also first up. Nashville Willa is engaged, was 7th, beaten 4 lengths fresh in the Oakley plate back in the autumn.
Yeah, started in the market there as a $14 chance first up last preparation. Look, his best is good enough. Look, maybe they're just trying to keep him fresh for the 1,000 here first up. It's just more than 2 years since he's shown that best form, but if he can wind the clock back like Stretton Angel did in the previous, he's got the talent.
He's a lovely big horse, this. He presents in really nice shape. His coat's good, he's moving well, he's doing everything right if you like the way he's trolled up.
5 Pisanello is a scratching. 6 Gigi's Mistruth. We saw her in the Cochrane. And subsequent to that, she's had a stable change and now on the mainland with Mark Walker.
Yeah, very good ex-Tasmanian mare on debut for the new stable. Was below her best in the Cochrane, but look, the query with her is whether she's good enough or sharp enough over 1,000 metres.
I like the changes of gear quite often when horses swap stables. So we've got the winkers coming off, the tongue tie and the visors going on for the first time today, and had a jump out between to get to know her as well. I think she saddles up well here.
Ran third on Caulfield Cup Day last year in the 1,000 Guineas Prelude. That is Robbie Dolan. He's got the job for Snowden Racing and Black Soil Bloodstock with the 7 Zealously, who was blistering, to say the least, at Warwick Farm Fresh.
Yeah, he was a first up winner in Sydney in fast time. He obviously rises in class, but he's race fit. He makes his own luck on speed, and it's a genuine 1,000-metre horse. Now, lucky this is a horse race and not a competition from the mounting yard, because at the price I'm against him, but it would be over if it was a mounting yard competition, because he looks outstanding, Amy.
Well, he's by far the fittest looking horse in the yard here, and you probably can't match that. His coat's perfect. He looks like he's at his absolute peak today.
You mentioned 1,000-metre horses, Ben. Well, that is the life journey of the 8 Philosopher.
He just had no hope of a slow start first up in a race dominated by the leader. He'll be fitter for that. He can go forward. I think with a better start, he can be the horse that maybe puts the pressure on the favourite. Look, he'd need to go to a new level.
He probably would. I think he saddles up good here, though. I didn't see him first up, but he'd done 4 jump outs before that, and he strips very fit. You can see great tone over his rib cage.
Andrea at Zini will ride horse 9 Rich Dotty, third up, a ½ kilo over.
Yeah, dropped significantly in weight after being beaten in a weaker race last time out. It's a big rise in class, maybe peaks third up, but I'm just not sure her form's strong enough.
Got the blinkers going on for the first time, which I think might be key to her. It has been a year since she's been in the winner's circle, but she always looks in good condition, this girl, and today's no different.
56th running of the Caulfield Sprint, sponsored by the Herald Sun, Dual, Asfura, the Globetrotter, Oxley Road and Graf in the 2020s, Eduardo, Spirit of Boom, Sepoy is a 3-year-old, Rubitano. And we also had dead heats in this race in 2014 and 15. We see Nadal for the first time this spring. But Ben, you're with Arabian Summer on the backup.
Yeah, and it looks like the market's gravitating towards her too. I just think this is a really nice race for her. She's not favourite. I think she should be favourite. Should have probably run second to Gear Kick in a stronger race last week. She backs up after having that soft run there. She's got genuine 1,000-metre form, so I think she's sharp enough here. And she's got that probably a tactical edge and a race fitness edge over the two class runners, Rey Magnerio and Nadal. And I think she's got a class edge over Zealously. So happy to be with her over the 1,000 metres. If Nadal brings his best and he's close enough, he's good enough. Rey Magnerio, we know, has got a big turn of foot. And Zealously, gee, he looked absolutely outstanding, but this is his toughest test. Amy, pick of the yard?
Well, Ben, I'm going to go with the fittest looking horse from the yard, and that's Zealously. He just looks in absolute prime condition today. By far the fittest looking horse compared to his rivals here. So I would be expecting him to be pretty hard to beat. Of the others, I thought Rey Magnerio paraded beautifully today, as did Nadal. They don't have the match fitness on their side, but they look like they're going to be in for great preps. And your girl, Arabian Summer, saddles up looking super.
So you can get in the queue and collect now the punters that took the $1.04 that Zealously was going to be Amy's pick of the yard. He just looked outstanding there. But thankfully for those that are not on him, it's a horse race, not a mounting yard competition, because he looked very good. Let's hear from Robbie Griffiths, who's got the class horse of the race, Rey Magnerio, first up over the 1,000.
I can't tell you who I put on top, Robbie. I'd have to kill you if I did that. But no, I did give a good push for Rey Magnerio. I thought he looked fantastic here.
Yeah, he really looks well, and he's had a good preparation to lead into his run today, and he's had some nice jump outs, and he's worked really well, and he looks well. He's got his game face on, so we're all happy with everything.
I thought he was marching here in the mounting yard. He was moving particularly well.
Yeah, that's what he's been like at home, and he's been like that, very positive in his trials and gallops, so we're hoping that all means well today.
The 1,000 metres, any sort of a question mark? We know he loves that 1,100.
Yeah, you'd probably prefer a fraction further, but depends on the speed. If they go steady, it might be hard to pick them up, or could work in his favour because it won't be high pressure. But and on the flip side, if they go flat out, it might suit a horse like him that is strong at further. But anyway, we'll see how it pans out, but he's in good order. I don't know about the 59, whether that makes it life a lot harder. You know, carrying weights over sprints, they reckon's a bit easier. So we'll see what happens. But he's in good order, and the rest is up to history from now on, you know.
We'll cross our fingers. He looks great. Good luck here, Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. Thank you.
There you go, Robbie. Well, your 6.50 rock solid, Rey Magnerio, the toppy in this race. But the favourite, we're drifting out to $2.90 now. Money's coming for Arabian Summer, second elect, tightening up to $3.90 from the $4.60 opening quote. The best back to Ruffy will be Sharippa, Philosopher a Trickle if you're playing the multiples, number 8 right down the bottom. So Zealously and also Arabian Summer. It's a great battle out. Who will be market mover? We'll try and make that decision for you in the next 30 seconds. What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the 1-800 number or visit the website.
Peter Snowden in pursuit of a third victory in the Caulfield Sprint with Zealously, and well, as predicted, your male model was Amy Yaggi's pick of the yard, and I think everybody else's. He's a bit of a jet.
He's a lovely horse. Really good horse to work with as well, and he seems pretty genuine.
Were you anticipating he could come out and log the time he did first up at Warwick Farm?
I thought he'd run well. Yeah, it did surprise me how quick he went, but he's got to do the same thing again today, hopefully, and run well.
Was this a race you had in mind prior to that?
Yeah, you had to win it there to look at these sort of races here in Melbourne, and the way he won and the time he ran, the way he won it, I thought he should be competitive. We bring him down, and this looked a logical choice for him.
Hot Caulfield Sprint. Who do you and Robbie think are your biggest dangers?
I think there's 3 or 4 good chances there, and this is his first crack at Open Cup in the Group 2 level at that, so it's going big, but hope he's good enough to get by.
Good luck.
Thanks, mate.
Peter Snowden there, who has the favourite Zealously, who's on the drift. It probably was just a case of him getting a bit too short. There was probably a bit of groupthink with the ratings models, and the fact that he was dropping in weight off a track record breaking win first up, going to be on speed, 1,000-metre horse in a 1,000-metre race. Ticked a lot of the boxes that the punters like these days off a fast win, dropping right down in weight, and he ended up getting really short. But back out to 290 now after opening 240 on the VOP. There's been good support for Arabian Summer, 420 into 390. Rey Magnerio 6 out to 7, and Nadal, who was $9 yesterday, as much as $9 I should say with Sportsbet. He's been $6.50 into $5, so there's been some support for Nadal first up. And interestingly, Sharippa, who was double figures during the week, is 8 into $7, so been some support for him as well. So they're backing a few here late to beat the favourite, but he probably rolls forward from barrier 6 Zealously. What's going to be interesting is how Philosopher jumps from barrier 1, only because we know on his day he is a very fast horse, can scoot around the valley over the 9.55 and lead them. He could potentially make things interesting for the favourite. What Arabian Summer and Harry Caulfield is also going to be interesting. You'd think they might push forward on her and look to not be too far off the speed and probably ahead of those horses like Rey Magnerio and Nadal.
Well, those two horses in particular, Rey Magnerio and Nadal, they probably don't want to be gassed early on their first run for the preparation, do they? So I dare say they're going to let things unfold and be hitting the line late.
Would tend to agree with that. Sharippa maybe can hold up from barrier 2. Favourite is going to be Zealously. He's just firmed back in late for the Group 2 Herald Sun Sprint. Let's go to Matt Hill for the call.
Always been a good race, as Fura winning this race back in 2002 before conquering the world, of course. As we have 5 to get set, including Arabian Summer. Nadal from those bone chips, of course. Sharippa, familiar to Victorian audiences, is about to be called up rideless. Sharippa just not progressing to the stalls, so Nashrawilla, who's already in the winner's circle today, is dismounted, and they're encouraging Sharippa forwards. Sharippa going into the gates, Arabian Summer taking another turn. Here's GG's Mistruth. About to join the line with Paddy Maloney. Arabian Summer 420 into 380, clear second. Elect about to join them as Rey Magnerio, who has excellent first up stats, also comes along. The dash for the day, the Herald Sun Sprints. Field set, ready and away. Arabian Summer on the outside, jumped well with the Rich Dotty Zealously, and also Philosopher. Driving through is also Sharippa. Rich Dotty's just going to lead from Zealously, and then Sharippa behind them with Philosopher. 3 lengths Arabian Summer, Rey Magnerio. 2.5 lengths away Nadal, and GG's Mistruth at the end of the field. So it's Rich Dotty eventually leading outright, 5.50 out from Zealously, a half length off it. A length and a half Philosopher, Sharippa, a length Arabian Summer. Then came Rey Magnerio, Nadal, and 2 further back is GG's Mistruth as they run around the corner. 350 metres to go. Rich Dotty by a length to Zealously. Then Philosopher running a race. Arabian Summer, Sharippa behind them. Rey Magnerio badly held up and Nadal out wide. Zealously went to the lead. 150 metres to go. Arabian Summer, Nadal, and Rey Magnerio's winning through. GG's Mistruth back to the inside. They hit it. Rey! Oh, he's a marvel. Rey Magnerio from GG's Mistruth. Followed next in the field by Zealously, Arabian Summer. Back behind those horses then Sharippa, Philosopher, Nadal and Rich Dotty.
John McNeil, Rey Magnerio, all that's left to do with this horse to try and grab a Group 1. What a conveyance. He's been with 9, 23 starts. He's been simply a jet for Robbie Griffiths. And as he did in the Rubiton, first up all the way back on All Stakes Day in early February, he has flashed to see off a pretty decent field in the Herald Sun Sprint. It's 1, 6, 7 and 3. And at various stages in the last 200, Ben, you wanted to be on Nadal, you wanted to be on Arabian Summer, and then suddenly it was all about Rey.
It sure was, and there was even a stage where it looked like GG's Mistruth was going to get up the inside and maybe knock them all off. But Rey Magnerio, he's a great Caulfield horse. He's probably even better suited at 1100 plus, but when he was coiled up in behind them, John McNeil was able to get inside of Nadal, outside of Arabian Summer, and get that victory on the line. What a run first up for the new stable, GG's Mistruth, and Zealously was tough on speed. Best of those horses on the pace. But let's hear from Jai McNeil with Charlotte Littlefield.
Jai, that was pretty special. Run me through your thoughts when you couldn't get that run that you so desperately needed.
Mainly patience, I guess. I was relying on him sprinting really well, which he did. Robbie and the team had him in fantastic order, and he come into today with more weight than he carried in this race last year. So to perform like that first up was a great effort.
Did hear the team beforehand, Robbie, saying that the 1,000 he was a little bit sceptical of. There was good speed up front, but geez, has he come back even better?
Yeah, Robbie never backs himself in, but look, he had him in perfect order, and he's been so good to me. I think each prep's just getting better, and hopefully he's in for a good campaign again, once again.
It's good to see. That's we can't wipe that smile off your face. That was awesome. Well done.
Thanks, Charlotte.
Hey, congratulations, guys. What a thrill. He's done it. He's won first up.
Yeah, really happy with that. We, 1,000 metres, he's a sail track record holder, so I thought he'd be half a chance here, so I was pretty happy with the run.
He's just so honest, isn't he? And he gives you a heart attack, I reckon. He always hits the line so late every time.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty confident after the race 5 and race 4. There's a few come from the back, and I knew Ray was going to do that. And getting coiled up behind Nadal, I was a little nervous, thinking Nadal might have his number, but yeah, he came home pretty super. I didn't expect him to win once I saw him. I thought he was too far back, but he got up, so I was pretty happy.
What do you reckon, Hazel? Can you say, go Ray?
Go Ray!
Yeah! Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Robbie Griffiths getting kisses. Things are getting serious on Caulfield Cup Day. Rey Magnerio now $1 million earner and an owner of the class record here over 1,000 metres as well after that effort to take out the Herald Sun Sprint. At a time of transition in some respects for your stable, Rob, he's been the banner act, hasn't he?
He's incredible. He comes up every preparation. Reed Belper, who's strapping him today, rides him work, and he thought he'd come up better than ever. And he was right, you know, and it was going to be a tragedy beaten. I thought he was going to go to line running 5th, you know, come in with a sad face and unlucky. And then I don't know how he did it, because when he did get out, he flew. And you know, I was worried about 59 kilos, but it looked like he had 49 kilos the way he finished off. He just flew. He was outstanding, you know.
Got to apportion some of that credit to John McNeil, who's been such a key aspect of his rise.
Well, he knows him well, and he has faith in him. He said he wanted to work out to the centre. He thought that was a fresher part of the track, and but a lot of the others had the same idea, so he just couldn't get galloping room. So Jai did a great job. He's been part of his journey all the way through. He's been a big part, so yeah, it's good. And Logan won on him first, and Big Brother pinched him. So hopefully there's a bit of cash transactions there. But no, it's great. It really helps the mood when we lost our great mate Warren. He'd be up there cheering. There's a bit of a rort happening up there. Something going on with Dino and Warren and Pete and Big Mike. I reckon they're setting something up, aren't they?
I reckon Heaven's Punters Club is probably thriving at the moment. I'm sure the boys are enjoying Caulfield Cup Day before your farewell was on Monday. What's the late start to Rey Magnerio's spring mean for what's to come, especially now with the Southside slot races that you supported with him last year?
Well, last year you would recall we kicked him off in September, and he had 54 kilos, you know, where this time he would have had 62. And we thought, what's the point? We'll just give him another trial. And he went into the 1,000-metre race second up last year, this race, and he was only beaten a whisker, and then he won Derby Day and final day. So we elected to, we had him ready for late September, but when he had that sort of weight, we thought, let's just wait, give him another jump out. It's only 1,000, he needs to be sharp, and he was. So it was fantastic. So, yeah, very happy. And that was the reason for the late start. And he'll more than likely go to, you know, Flemington on the Oaks Day now, because he'll probably get too much weight. And I don't think he's up to championships, but we'll certainly enter and see what we think. But at the moment, we'll just celebrate today.
Heck yes, well done.
Thanks, Nigel. Done, mate.
As I welcome in Reed Belfer, congratulations, Reed. He's a marvel, this horse, isn't he?
He is. He's a fantastic horse, Amy. He's so honest. He gives you 110% every time he goes around.
You must have been so happy with the way that he was working coming into today.
Yeah, he's been working and trying fantastic, and we just needed a bit of luck, and I was pretty nervous about the 200, but yeah, he makes you look good.
He always gets your heart going, doesn't he, the way that he hits the line so late. He's taken his earnings to over $1 million now. That's fitting.
Yeah, fantastic. It's obviously a great achievement for a cheaply priced horse, and yeah, he continues to go from strength to strength. So yeah, he's really it's a great fill-up for everyone at home. Everyone puts in a lot of effort to get these horses to the races at this time of year, and it's great for him to win.